Hello. Hello there, Adolphin. Today is Adolphin's birthday. That means the very first thing we gotta do, we gotta sing happy birthday to Adolphin. That's how we have to kick it off. Ahem. Me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adolphin. Happy birthday to you. Woo. Happy birthday, Adolphin. Hope it's been a good day for you so far. I know that you enjoy watching game development. So I was thinking of doing something in Unity today. There's something that I've been trying to do recently. You see, I have an idea for a game, and it would be a hack and slash game. And I have an asset pack. It's a bunch of hack and slash animations, really flashy. And I thought, this is great. So I want to see these animations play on a character model. Well, in Unity, they have an animator system. In this animator system, you have it's supposed to be able to play any animation on any character model, as long as it's, a humanoid character. So if there's a character with, 2 arms, 2 legs, a spine, that business, you can play an animation on it. So I dropped a character model into Unity, and I tried to play animations on it. And it was exceedingly difficult for me to get the hang of this new animator system. Because for the past around 10 years now, I've been using Unity's legacy animation system. Their old system from way back. I have not learned to use Unity's new animator system. And I thought, all right, it's time to just stop putting it off, stop avoiding it. It's time to just learn. I need to learn. You can't move forward without learning the latest new tricks. I'm never going to move forward with the legacy animation system. I should just pick up the new animator system. So I tried learning it. And oh boy, it's different than what I'm used to. Way different. And I'm not sure I like it very much. But I thought that maybe I could... You see, it's hard to learn it because it's going to require a whole lot of time and work to learn it and get used to it. And I'm, I have to devote my time to Yandere Simulator. So I don't really have the time to just mess around in Unity and learn the new animator system. But my daily streams are my one window of time per day where I can just relax. This is the break. This is me taking a break from work. So maybe those 3-hour streams would be a good time to learn the new animator system and get familiar with it. So I thought, maybe that's what I'd do today, is stream myself learning the animator system. But I wasn't sure if it would make for a good stream. So I thought, all right, I better mess around with it a little bit off stream just to make sure, it's actually going to be fun to watch. It won't be this ridiculously boring thing to do. And, well, I'll stop talking and just show you, and that might be a better way for you to understand. Let me show you an asset on Unity's asset store. I hope it shows up. There it is. This is called 3D Game Kit Lite. It's intended to be something like a tutorial or a sandbox where you can learn and mess around. Unity provides you with a few assets and some basic code so you can watch a character walk around and stuff. And familiarize yourself with the basic systems that Unity will be using. So I downloaded this and I started messing around with it. Let me show you what I've got so far. First, I'll just show you like how the package comes when it's right out of the box. This will just be the straight up. This will just be. This is how it is. This is how it comes. This is before I've done anything. Well, I have done something to it, and I'll have to tell you about it. But first, I'll just give you the gist of it. I'll show you what we're working with here. Ignore the splash of water. Oh, I'm going to click. All right. So this is what Unity provides you with in the Game Kit Lite. As a character, you can walk, run, turn. You can turn the camera. Camera orbits around the character. The character can walk slowly, or jog, or sprint, and can blend between the animations seamlessly. That's very nice. You can jump. Now here's something to point out. When you land, there's a neutral land, like if you just come straight down, and then if you're walking and you land, there's a little animation for her like going into her walk. And if you fall, like if you're running and you jump, then she does that kind of stumble for just a second before she continues walking, which isn't present if she was walking instead of running. And if you were to fall from a tall height, then she rolls. So there's all these different states that the character has. It might look simple, run, jump, but there's all this stuff going on where it's seamlessly blending from walk to run, and there's different outcomes for how you're hitting the ground. Like if you're hitting the ground from a high place while moving, you're going to roll, that business. So Unity has really set up this is a full locomotion system here. Oh yeah, and if you don't press any buttons, the character does some little animations. There's a bunch of stuff happening here. But Unity has also prepared these kind of basic things that a game developer might need to include in their game if they were using this to build something. For example, if you fall in there, you're going to die. They've got a respawn. They've got something where you can press a button to see a thing happen, or interact with an object, make something happen. You interact with 3 objects, then something else happens. That's right, let me show you the weapon. This is actually pretty cool looking for attack. As you can see here, this is kind of the basics of a hack and slash almost, where there's a character who can run, jump, and attack. And there's a combo string, a 4-hit combo. That's nice. And it's flashy too. And there's a cool weapon trail. And it's a sci-fi looking weapon. So we're already like, whoa, you could build something with this. Whoa. Character can stand on something that's moving and she'll move along with it. And what do I see over there? Enemies. Let's try to kill them. Ow. They even ragdoll and go flying away, and they melt when they're dead. Unity has really provided you with, like, a giant set of tools. But this is only the first area. Get a load of this. There's a second area. The way that Unity describes this kit is that if someone has no knowledge of programming and just wants to drag and drop stuff, you could make a game with this. It's locked. Maybe a box will have a key inside. This is just a demo, but they've even added, like, mystery and intrigue and keys to collect. All of Unity's free assets are always really top-notch. They really, they do not hold back when they're making some cool asset to teach people how to use Unity. I think a box fell out of that thing. You can see one light has lit up. There's 2 more to light up. Things are trying to kill me. I don't know if there was anything there, actually. Oh, you kill all those enemies and you light up another one. Now 2 of them are lit up. You imagine this is some sort of temple or something. Some sort of environment. Then you can really see how this could be an actual level in a video game. Look, that thing follows me now. It's almost like 2B's pod following her around. And now, I've lit up all 3 of the orbs. I can go inside, and what's in there? The treasure is finally mine! Simulated treasure chests with gold coming out. Treasure. And that is a demonstration of what this kit offers. So, what if someone were to try to use this to make their own game? Would it be as easy as a simple drag and drop operation, or how easy is it? Well, Unity has not really provided this package, hold on, with an easy way to swap out the character. Now, I haven't commented on it yet, but this is the next thing. Like, if you're thinking, okay, I want to make a game about a guy with a giant sword and he's killing enemies, then the first thing and you want to use this as your template, then the first thing you're going to have to do is get rid of this character and swap her out for some dude in a black trench coat or whatever. So, no offense to the artist or modeler who made the character. Character looks cool and all, but I would want to make a different character and have a different character be the star of my game. So my first objective is, let's get rid of her. Go, be gone. She must be removed and replaced with another character. So then the question becomes, how does one do that? How do we get rid of this girl and substitute someone else? That's kind of what I was beginning to work on before the stream began. I was trying to see what I would need to do that. The first thing that needs to happen is that, well, she wasn't using... Okay, well, now it's time to exit the game and show you Unity stuff. Get out here. Okay. You, Ellen. Where's the character? So here's a bunch of animations. I don't know. I hope it's not really small on the screen. I hope it's nice and big. There's a bunch of different drop something. There's a bunch of different animations the character can do. I wonder if I can make them play. Oh. Hey, get big again. There's a bunch of characters that our character... Bunch of animations our character can do. Here's their idle, their run, recovering after they've fallen from running. But each one of these animations has kind of got some sort of issue going on. Now I'll back up a second before I explain it. Okay, so all of these, in order for an animation to play on a character model, the animation type is very important. For example, in the Yandere simulator, all of the animations are legacy type. That means there's a very specific skeleton that the animations will play on. So if you took Yandere-chan's idol and you tried to make it play on another character, it would not work. Because it's legacy animation type. It's not a generic animation that plays on any model. There's other options here. There's generic and there's humanoid. Now, in order to get her animations on other characters, I had to switch her over to humanoid. So now she's in humanoid all of her animations are now using the humanoid animation type instead of the other one that she came with. So there were actually a significant number of problems with this, and I will demonstrate one for you. Okay, let's just do this one. I remember this one pretty well. Think this is the way I want to do it. Observe what I'm about to show you. No, Alan, don't do it. So, let's do the animation combo. Now, pay close attention. Watch closely. Keep watching. You might have begun to notice it. The character is turning. They keep rotating as they do their animations. The character is like you begin facing this direction, a straight line, going straight, like I'll line it up with her crotch. See how perfect? Okay, straight line directly forward. Now I'll do the attack. And now she's pointing off in some other direction. When the animations were swapped from their previous animation type to the new animation type, they got all jacked up, and now they're like rotating weirdly. So I have to go in here, and I have to mess with these settings. So here's her rotation. So I'm going to say bake into pose, original rotation. So now, if it worked, she should always use the original rotation. Let's see if it worked. Now I'm going to do this. Look at that, she's facing forward. So, problem fixed. It's resolved. Issue is gone. But that's not the only issue. There were like a million issues that I ran into, and I was fixing them one by one before the stream began. But, like, there's some I can't fix. Which makes me think, abort, I can't do this, quit, forget about it. There's two things to discuss here. Number one thing to discuss is, if you're trying to make a game, it kind of benefits you to build your own system, to make it from scratch, to design it from the ground up yourself. You should make the motion, the character moving around part. You should make the camera rotating script. You should make the script that transitions from animation to animation so that you know the way everything works. You put it together and it's tailor-made for the specific thing you want to make. Like if I want to make a hack and slash game with no jumping, that really simplifies the game, doesn't it? Because I don't have to think about, what if they're running and they jump? Do they need a different animation? What if they jump from a really high place? Do they take fall damage? Do they go into a different animation? What kind of different states do there need to be? Can I attack in midair? So if you just make a game where your character is stuck to the ground and is not, jumping ever, then, you design your system like that. Oh, look at that. Like if you rapidly turn from left to right, she does that thing. That's a state. That's a completely new state that Unity made. But what if you're making a game and you don't intend to have a state like that? It might be in your best interest to just make it all yourself. In fact, it almost is in your best interest to do it yourself instead of use a pre-made template. Because If you didn't make the template, then you're going to open it up and it's going to be like confusing as hell to you. It's going to look like some other language. Let me show you something, okay? Let me just show you this. One of the first steps towards getting a different character in here would be like telling her script, the player script, yeah, don't animate. What? Let me go back. Don't animate this girl. Let me shrink that. Do not animate this girl, animate some other character. That's one of the first things that needs to be done. So, her script is currently pointing at her animator. And I want to say, don't animate that, animate some other character. So where's the player script? Here it is. All right. So I look at the script and I think, oh, what a small, short, simple script. There's max forward speed, gravity, jump speed, turn speed, idle, can attack. Okay, yeah, simple. All right. Wait, where's the animator? How do I swap out the animator? So then I open up the script. Let's take a look inside. Let's pop the hood open and see what's going on in the engine. I open it and I see, what? There's a million different things here. This is a bunch of different variables. That's weird. There weren't that many variables here in Unity, but there's a million variables here. What do I make of that? Ah, I see. These ones are public. These ones are not public. Okay. There's the animator right there. If I want to swap out her animator, I need to go to where it says protected and say public. I save. I go back here. I wait for it to update. Now the animator should pop up. But it doesn't. I stare at this. I'm perplexed. I'm confused. Why I made a variable a public variable, but it's not there. It's not visible. Why not? Well, it turns out Unity did something pretty... I've never seen this before. They did something that's like crazy to me. Let me look for it. Where did they put it? It's in a different script. There's a script somewhere around here. There's this drop-down menu right here that says references. Oddly enough, when I click it, nothing happens. It kind of just hangs there for a long time. I think if you wait long enough, eventually the drop-down menu opens up, and then we get to see what these references are. Unity has a separate script that hides certain variables and only displays them if you code them to appear. And it's a pain in the ass to make them appear. So it's like, you could make a game using this template that Unity provides, but it's so freaking weird. Like, why did they do it this way? Probably because they wanted to hide all of the things that someone could touch and then not know what they're doing and just screw it up. I can't find I go to editor, player controller editor. Okay, here it is. Watch this. This is how I would make the animator pop up, okay? I go serialized property animator prop. Then I go GUI content animator content, and I'll give it the name animator, and I'll just call it the characters animator. On enable animator prop equals serialized object find property animator, which is something from this script. So I'm telling this script, hey, go get the data of that property that you should be able to see on this object you're attached to. So then, if this menu gets expanded, then I want to see animator prop with animator content in the menu. Now, if I save that, then we should now see the animator become visible. If this freaking references thing would ever pop open. It doesn't open. Oh, it opened, finally. Fuck. Hey, it's not there. What gives? Huh? An error? Why is it throwing an error? Well, tell me what it is. Animator content. Just making sure that this line is a duplicate of the one above it, but with the properties swapped out to be what I want. Maybe find property M animator. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Property animator then? Is that what it? Does that make it happy? Will you be happy then? No, it doesn't like that either. It's still throwing errors, so that's not what I should have done. No, I'm definitely sure it should be M animator. Definitely. M animator content. Property, yeah, it's the same type. What if I made this public instead? No, that doesn't make a difference. Like, see, if you open up somebody else's script and you look inside and you try to figure out what was going through this person's mind, it's like trying to solve. It's like you're an archaeologist looking at some bones of a person who's been dead for 1,000 years and trying to figure out what was their last meal by looking at the particles present in their stomach. And it's like, dude, why didn't you just have the animator be a public variable exposed right here so I could just replace it anytime I want? Why are you doing this to me? So this is all what makes me think to myself, bad idea, abort. Don't do it this way, just make your own scripts. Don't just build off of a Unity template, do the thing yourself. So what if I tried right now to just substitute another character? What if I just drop another character in right now? Can I make it work? I guess the whole thing I just said was don't even bother. Just make your own, just make your own instead of trying to force it. So that's kind of as far as I got before I decided, hey, this isn't going to work out because it's too much of me floundering around being like, I can't get it to work. Let me open something up really quick and then see if it's like in a state where it's operating. I might have left it in a non-operable state. Make your own, bro. It's taken a while for this to open. Uno momento, por favor. Hello, Man Gaming Plays. Good to see you. No, I don't really like Blender too much. There's too many things that are weird about Blender. I prefer Maya. I will be a Maya man till the day I die. I don't think, I would be surprised if there's any colleges that teach, well, I don't know, maybe there are. But programs like Maya are more the industry standard. Blender is a free program, so it's primarily used by hobbyists. It's taken a long time for this to load. I really expected it to just be open in a flash, but it's taking forever. I don't know if that's because my computer is using up a massive amount of RAM right now. I am opening up 2 Unity projects simultaneously. That might be kind of Uh, it's going to bottleneck I can do. Oh, I saw a window flash on screen for a second. Oh, it did it again. Whoop, whoop. Maybe I'll let you see. Check out that gorgeous loading screen thing. Oh, took you a while. Let me see if this is even in a state where it works and plays and does stuff. It might just not work. It might be completely inoperable. Hold on, I gotta pause it in order to change the windows. Yeah, okay. Look, it's a sexy lady. So I thought to myself, that character sucks. Oh, sorry about the weird noises. I hate that shit so much. So I thought to myself, this character, I don't like her. I think she's kind of dumb. I want to swap her out. So I swapped her out for a sexy lady. But then I ran into problems making the animations play. It was actually working perfectly fine, but then I swapped them out for different animations. And now they don't work too well. It was working perfectly fine earlier. And then I changed something, and now it doesn't work. So basically, the lesson I came away with was, forget it. It's not worth the time. Don't try to make Unity's shit work. Don't try to build an entire game using a kit you got from Unity. Just build your own thing from scratch. It'll work out much better if you just code it yourself, so you understand every single line of code. You know what's going on. You know what's happening. It sucks that I can't show you the version that worked. I would like to show you the actual version that I had working, where she was running and walking and stuff. Well, I'll show you something else. Saved. You can't really save, well, when I'm just prototyping a game or making some prototype that I intend to like dick around with for an hour before abandoning it forever, I don't save versions. There's no real way to like, it's like if you're like writing a text file, you can save the file. But to like have a copy of that file in that state, you'd then have to copy paste it and store the duplicate in some other folder and go back to it later. But when you have like a giant project with 3D models and animations and audio and code, you can't just click, save project and then copy paste that into a folder to just have a replica of your project just in a folder, and then just, if you fuck up, delete your current project and then take out the project you saved. That seems too cumbersome. There is such a thing as version control. Version control is software that checks to see which files have been updated and then saves a copy of the file at your command. So it shows you a list. Hey, boss, here's all the files you changed today. And then you save, and it saves those files as they were at that point in time. So then tomorrow you do more work. The day after that, you do more work. And you keep saving your progress as you go. And if you fuck up, you're like, oh shit, and you go back to yesterday's version of those files. You access it with your version control software. It lets you control which version of a file you're looking at. I'm not going to go through the trouble of setting up version control software for a prototype I'm spending like 1 hour on just to see like if I can make a character walk. I'm not all about that life. Man, this could have looked so much better. One second. to look for the specific thing. Sometimes what I'll do is, here, take a look. I'll have a vision in my mind, and I'll think to myself, I wish I could make that vision come to life as a video game. Maximize that. Think up, no, yeah. Oh, no, she doesn't, does she? I'll think, I want to make a game where you're like this cyborg chick, and you're in a desert, and you have like a tattered robe for a cape. And so I'll start like making the aesthetic for the character, and like put her in a scene, and then see if I can make her like run around and just like see if the aesthetic can be achieved. I want to see my mental image come to life. Oh yeah. I did have it possible for her to move and walk around and stuff, but then I changed. I imported another thing into this project, which then changed the way that the input system works. So now she can no longer walk around. See, this is why I did not want to do game development for the birthday stream. Can I switch back to the old one? You have switched input handling to input system package in your player settings. Okay, go back to player and have input be controlled by something else then. Input manager old. Oh, the Unity editor has to be restarted for that to take effect. Okay. Very well. There's so many things that I start doing and I work on it for 15 minutes and then I hit some weird obstacle and I'm like, what the hell? And that really just kills your momentum. And it's hard to rationalize spending a bunch of time troubleshooting a prototype when I have Yandere Simulator to make. I think to myself, well, if I'm going to spend my time trying to fix issues in a game, I should work on Yandere Sim. Move. No. Go somewhere. File. Edit. Project settings. Layer. Where did it go? Wasn't it right here? Wasn't it right here a second ago? Both. Hey, I said apply. Why isn't it taking my change? When I make the... Oh, it's probably because that new... It's probably because it detects the plugin, and then it's like, oh, we need to switch it. And then it switches it automatically. Damn it. I'm going to say... Yeah, maybe I clicked, I thoughtlessly just clicked the yes button last time, which is why it didn't work. Please move around. Yeah. I can rotate the camera slightly. So I have this vision in my head where I'm like, yo, a cool cyborg chick in a dark outfit with a tattered robe, and she's running through the desert. And it's just a cool mental image that pops into my head, and then I want to see it in Unity. I guess like an artist might draw something they think would be cool to draw. I want to like make playable an image I had in my head that seemed like it would make for a cool concept. So I start these things and I just make a little bit of progress on them. But then I eventually run into some sort of obstacle. And it's usually with like Unity's input system or whatever. And then I'm like, screw it. I'll just get back to work on Yandere Sim. I can't justify spending a bunch of time trying to fix this and make it work. So, thinking back to thinking all the way back to like the very beginning of Yandere Simulator, what was it that inspired the project or made the project able to exist? I kept on making a bunch of different prototypes, and with each one of them, I hit a brick wall because in order to advance further with the prototype, I would need models or animations I didn't have. Like if I want to make a fighting game, okay, that requires hundreds of attack animations, punches and kicks and throws and fireballs. I can code that, but if I don't have the animations, the character can't really do it or will just kind of look stupid while they're... Like I could make the animations myself, but then they would look kind of crappy. If I want to make a hack and slash game, can't do that without hack and slash animations. So I thought, what kind of game can I make then? What can I do? And I just looked on the Unity asset store, and there was a character model of an anime girl. She came with 80 animations, and I thought, okay, I'll just design an entire game based around an anime girl and these animations that came with her. That way, I will have all the assets I need. I'll have everything I need. I won't run into a problem where I'm like, oh no, I can't proceed forward, I lack something. I'll just design a game based around what's available to me. What is at my fingertips. Now make a game around that. And that actually worked, and I got far with that. And I was actually able to make like a fully functional video game where you can play from beginning to middle to end by like building a game designed around assets I actually had access to. So if I want to make a game where it's like a hack and slash game where there's a character who can like jump around and stuff, I think, all right, let's go to the Unity asset store, see if there's a template where I can just make a character run and jump. Oh, look, there is. But then I run into the problems when I try to swap out the character or try to switch the character from generic animation type to humanoid animation type. I'm like, this sucks. So then... So it eventually, I eventually realize if I'm going to make a game, I mean, if I'm going to make a... If in my spare time I will develop a separate game project, it's going to have to be simple, like mind-numbingly simple, where I'm not going to like run into problems where I don't have the animations, I don't have the assets, I don't have access to something I need. I'm running into problems trying to make a complex system work, like, if you're neutral jumping, if you're forward jumping, if you're jumping from a high place. I just need to design, I need a concept or a game that is as simple as possible, as bare bones as possible. Something it just barely has enough of what interests me that I want to work on it. And yet, it doesn't have too much in it that it would take a tremendous amount of time to develop or would be exceedingly difficult to develop, or that development is going to be stopped by a lack of assets. So then I began trying to figure out what would that game be. And honestly, what came to mind was a roguelike. This will be a surprise, a plot twist, in fact, to anyone who has ever seen me play a roguelike, it's just me constantly whining about how frustrated I am and bashing the game. Saying, fuck this game sucks, I hate this game, this is stupid, who plays roguelikes, this is dumb. Oh, I think did I load the wrong thing? Did I load the wrong thing? Loaded the wrong thing. Spent all that time loading the project file and it was the wrong thing. So I kind of sort of hate roguelike games very much. Very, very much. Dude, I can't tell which one of these is the one I want to open. I'm so fucked. I can't figure out which one I want to open. I think it's this. Is it this one? So I hate roguelike games, but I like the concept of them. I like the theory. I like the idea. If you're wondering what the fuck is a roguelike game, what is this guy going on about? It's a roguelike game is a game where if you die, you lose everything and you start back at the beginning. They're modeled after this one game that came out like 30 years ago. It was called Rogue. I think it might have been like 40 years ago. Like, this is an ancient game. Like, it did not have graphics. The graphics were like letters. Like, you know, if there was a wall, it was an underscore. If there was a vertical wall, it was like a capital I. Like, they just used letters to make the graphics. That's how old this game was. We're talking ancient. We're talking before you were born. This shit was old. So this game, Rogue, the idea was that the world is randomly generated, and when you die, you lose everything. And I thought, okay, seems simple enough. I mean, when I play roguelike games, I think they're cool, but I always die and lose everything, and then I get pissed. And I was thinking, how do I design a roguelike game where I actually have fun with it, and I actually enjoy it? Well, first of all, there would have to be a booty. This is a thing that I worked on. I worked on this for 10 hours and then I stopped, like last month. I really wish that it had sound effects, because it would be so much cooler if it had sound effects, but it doesn't. But this is kind of the logical conclusion of everything I've shown you thus far. This is me making my own movement script, not using a script from Unity. This is a very simple game where you can run, but you can't jump. There's less states. The character just snaps from one pose to another, really. There's no smooth transitioning from walking to running. It's an action game where, like, the concept of walking doesn't even exist because it's going to be so fast-paced. You're always going to be running. Got a sexy female character because fuck yeah, it does. Her weapon looks like a goddamn lightsaber because fuck yeah, it does. Because no more heroes. And, it's gonna lag the first time I do attacks because it has to load in the particles. Then every time subsequently, it's not gonna lag. Okay, now I can show it to you without lag. Whooshoom, whooshoom, whooshoom. Whooshoom, whooshoom, please, wish it had sound effects. So this is something I'm able to make. I'm able to make a movement system as simple as this, where it's a character that can just either you're standing, or you're running, or you're attacking. And you can go between, like, there's like a string of moves. Attack 1, attack 2, attack 3. Attack 1, heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack. And there's also a dodge roll backwards, and there's a roll forwards. I really need to adjust the speed of that. It doesn't, oh, no, I did adjust the speed. It's hard to tell how fast you're going when you just look at an endless black expanse. Like, how fast is the character moving? I can't tell. They need to be standing next to something, then you realize how fast they're going. So, all right. So if I was the whole concept of the whole thing with why make a roguelike game, primarily because of the environments. You don't need to design an environment. You just need to build a system that generates environments for you. So you'll have a set of things like room, hallway, curving hallway, door. And then you program something that generates a bunch of those and kind of just makes a level for you. As long as you have a bunch of building blocks that can be used to make a level, you just have the game generate the level for you. Bam, there, done. Level design over, finished. It's a roguelike. It's random every time. So I don't have, that's another thing I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about jumping. I don't have to worry about walking. I'm just eliminating the things I have to think about or program or have as a factor. I'm trying to make the most simple game possible while also filling it with the things I love, i.e., lightsabers and big tits. And that's kind of where I was with it. I worked on this for 10 hours sometime in October, and then I just stopped. And I've wanted to return to it. I've wanted to turn this into a game. I wanted to take everything I've become proficient at and use my knowledge to build a video game. But it's a time investment. It's not the frame rate it should be. It's much smoother on my screen. I don't know what frame rate you're seeing, but I'm getting a much better frame rate than what you're seeing. Sorry about that. Is it because I have two unities open? Because I have two unities open, isn't it? Oh. Well, now you can see it better. Sorry, you might have seen this awful shit thing. So, yeah, if I was to work on this, I'd probably have to do it during my 3-hour stream window, because otherwise I can't justify the amount of time that goes into making a game, unless I'm doing it in my time off, which is these streams. And if you're wondering what kind of game it would be part hack and slash, part roguelike. Because you're going up to enemies and you're hacking and you're slashing, and you're dodging, and you're trying not to get killed. You're building up a meter and doing your special attacks. And if you die, you have to start back at the beginning. But when you're at the beginning, you get to upgrade your character. Kind of like Hades. I wasn't explicitly thinking of Hades when I designed the concept. It just, when you're making a roguelike game, it will eventually gravitate towards being Hades, simply because Hades is the pinnacle of roguelike design. It's just the end evolutionary stage of a roguelike is to become a Hades clone, because it's such a perfect combination of every aspect of the roguelike genre. So you're in a room, that's where you upgrade your character. You go out, there's a randomly generated world, you fight until you die. You go back and you upgrade yourself with the currency you gathered while you were fighting, and you give it another try, and you're a little bit stronger now. And there would be an ending, but it would take a lot of time to reach. I think I could make a game like that pretty easily. I would not be deliberately trying to rip off Hades. It would have a lot of elements that are found in a lot of roguelikes in general. The next thing for me to, if I was going to continue working on this, the next thing to do would be to have, well, first I want to speed up the attacks. But I tried speeding up the attacks, and it was difficult for me. The reason it was difficult is because I've spent the past 10 years using the legacy animation system. Unity has multiple animation systems. One of them is called Legacy. I've been using exclusively the Legacy animation system. And making animations go faster using the new system is a pain in the... It's a pain in the... ass! No, I don't think there will be a Yan-Chan outfit. I never want to see another schoolgirl uniform for as long as I live. I've looked at them for enough. Here, I'm gonna go get a drink because I've been talking nonstop for 1 hour straight. I will be back momentarily. I will give you music to listen to while I'm gone, but it's only going to be for like 10 seconds, so it's not really that big of a deal. Hi. All right. So that's what I could do tonight for a dolphin's birthday. I could stream myself trying to, learn how to do the things I need to learn with Unity's new animation system. And maybe make it possible for this girl to actually attack an enemy. See if I can pull that off. She has 2 butt talks. Number 1, number 2, 2 booty butt cheeks. Hello, chat. Let me look at you. I've kind of been neglecting the chat to just give my very long speeches about how I got to this point. I actually worked on this in October, and I didn't start messing around with that free Unity game kit until just a couple days ago. Hello, Mia Otaku Uwu. I'm happy you're enjoying the birthday stream, Dolphin. Talk like how I do in the YouTube. I don't have a monotone. I've never had a monotone voice. I just speak formally. Okay, I'll try to do the thing. The first thing that I'll try is to open up the player script. The player script is the one script that governs everything about the playable character. It's worth noting that some people think it's a better idea to split your scripts up so that there isn't just one God script governing the entire game. For example, one might say that all of the movement of the character should go into one movement script, and then all of the attacks should go into a attack script, etc., so that every state of the character is handled by a separate script. I understand this philosophy, and, to an extent, I understand why it's a good idea to do things this way. There are a lot of programmers who swear by this method and will tell you that it's the correct and proper way to do things. However, for this example today, I will not be doing it that way. I will keep everything to just one script. As you can see, this is a relatively simple script, less than 360 lines long. There are only a few states existing in this game. Basically, the main character is either standing still, running, attacking, or dodging. There are almost no other states, so there really isn't a need to overcomplicate things by having a million different scripts to keep track of. Another programmer may tell you to do it differently, and you're welcome to do so if you'd prefer, but I will stick with the method that I prefer. Okay, I'm going to try to make attacks move at twice speed. You see, here's what's stupid about this dumb animation system. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like the way it works. Okay, let's say you want to know the length. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, I just fucking hate it. I just hate the way it works, dude. This isn't... Oh man, I prefer the old animator system so much. I just don't like Unity's new system. I wish I could use the legacy system forever. Or I wish that the new system just worked the way that the legacy system works. What I'm trying to do here is basically use Unity's new system as if it was the old system. So like, here's what I would normally do, right? Like, let's say I'm adding a feature to Yandere Simulator. Yandere-chan can throw a shuriken. Whatever, just throw a shuriken. I'll have something like, if my animator shuriken throw time is greater than shuriken throw length, that means we finished the shuriken animation. Time is where in the animation we currently are. Length is the length of the animation. So if the animation is 2 seconds long, and we're currently like 1 second into the animation, then shuriken throw dot time would be 1 second, because we're 1 second into the animation. So you check to see, what time are we? Are we at 2? Oh shit, the length of the animation is 2. That means we're done with the animation, we finished. You would say greater than or equal to, because it's not going to go over the length of the animation. But sometimes it doesn't go, it's not equal. Sometimes it goes like a millisecond greater than the length. It's weird. Anyway. So, like, I just say, okay, what's the current time of the animation? What's the current length? Do something if we finish the animation. That's how I would normally do things. But get a load of this fucking system. Get a load of this. You gotta do... I had to write this fucking code. It hurt. It was physically painful. My fingers were bleeding all over the keyboard. So, first, we need to create a variable. It's going to be an animator state info variable. We're going to name it animator state, and we're going to go my animator get current animator state info, and we have to say the layer that we want to get the info for. But then we can't stop there. It doesn't end there. Then we need to make an array of information about the animator state that we just... Oh yeah, there's something called state info, then there's clip info. So there's like the current state that the animation is in, and then like stuff like the time, the length, other stuff is there. And then you got to do like... You need to look at like the clip of the layer you want to look at and get the length, and then you need to multiply that by the normalized time of the animation state. Like, what the fuck is all this shit? Why can't it just work the way it did before? Why can't it just work the way it did before? I don't want to do this crap. Dude, fuck. You know, I looked in Unity's, that little 3D game kit thing that came free with like Unity. I was showing it at the beginning of this stream. The girl with the stupid Karen haircut running around with her little pipe or whatever, smacking those little alien creatures. This shit exists in that Unity script too. Unity has to do this crap just to get their own animator state data. I hate it. So let's say I want to change the speed of an animation. I want to make an animation go twice as fast, because it's currently way too freaking slow. These animations are too damn slow. How do I do that? Well, I'm not even going to fucking try to figure it out myself. Shit's too fucking complicated. I'm going to Unity, animator, animation speed. Okay. Oh, man. I want to change. It's kind of weird. You can only change the speed of the... Wait. Okay, I could do it via script, but what if I decide to do it by editing the animation controller? All right. I've spent over an hour and 7 minutes streaming, and I haven't even begun to touch on this thing. Just cue like the horror music, like Dark Souls boss music when this thing comes on screen. Like, oh, like Jesus. Okay, let's look for an attack. What's an example of an attack this girl's gonna do? Attack 3, combo 1 in place. Let's look for that. There it is. Okay, now let me see the speed of this animation. I'll set it to 2. And this animation to 2. And this animation to 2. So let me see if that was enough to make the animation play twice as fast, or if there's going to be some weird fucking issue. No, it's bum bum. Whoa, what? That didn't look right. Like, that looks right, but... It looked goofy. It's, like, this is about how fast I would want her to be able to attack. Like, if you, like, it might look fast. You might be like, whoa, fucking slow down there, Speedy Gonzalez. Why don't you slow your roll a bit, buddy? But no. In a hack and slash game, animations come out fast. Like, an animation is quick in a hack and slash game. But it doesn't look like she's letting the animation finish before she goes to the next one. So you don't even see it as an attack. You just see it as her waving her glow stick around. That could be a matter of... Could be a matter of I turned up the animation speed way too quick. You know, maybe 2 times was a little bit too much. Maybe 1.5 would be a little bit smarter. Or it could be the code. Let me actually look closer for the code that dictates what happens. Like, when does a character... Okay. If the animation is finished, and we've been instructed... Wait. Okay. If the animation is past its 50% mark. That's how I coded it. I coded it so that if the animation is more than 50% done, and we've received a button press from the player, then continue attacking. So maybe this is what needs to change. Because I made the animation so fast, because I'm increasing it by ×2 speed, maybe I should let the whole thing finish playing. No, because then the character returns to their idle state. The sad thing is, every animation is kind of different. Like, every animation is a different length. Like, let's say there's one animation that's 2 seconds long. Then after 1 second has passed, go on to the next attack? That seems a little bit much, right? Like, it should be like, if there's only half a second remaining. Oh. Let me put that in brackets. If there's only half a second remaining in the animation, then continue the combo. Because if there's half a second remaining in the animation, it's past the attack part, and now it's just recovering back into idle. That might make more sense. Let me just see. Whoa. What am I doing? Okay, I didn't change anything. Let me see how it looks at 1.5. Whoop. 1.5 speed. I can make that bigger. It can be bigger. The timing is off. I have those particles spawn at a specific time. That actually feels good. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Hey, I like it. I think 1.5 was the right time. I think 1.5 was the right timing. Now I just need to... I need to change the timing on that final swing, though. So, let me make it like that. Like that. Could be faster. 0.1 seconds faster. A tenth of a second faster. A tenth of a second makes a massive difference. All right, yeah. It's working. Okay. So since that worked out so well, that's actually like already one of the things I wanted to accomplish today. I think the next thing, wait. What's her other attack called? Her heavy attacks are attack 4. Okay. Actually, I was thinking, like, you might be wondering, like, what kind of hack and slash game is this going to be? Is it like there's lights and heavies? When would you use a light attack? When would you use a heavy attack? Does the heavy attack have some special property, like it can go through an opponent who's blocking? Can you go light, heavy, light, heavy? Can you only combo lights into heavies? You can't combo a heavy into a light? Can you go light, 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 heavy? But you can't go heavy, 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 light? Like, what is the system going to be? And I have a system in mind, and it's not that complicated. In fact, in the end, there will probably only be one... only be one... one button for swinging your weapon. Like, you just be attacking. That's how you're going to be attacking. But then there's these meter... maybe I can draw it on the screen. You know what? Let me try and draw it on the screen. Draw it. I should really make these different colors. That would sell the point. So this button, you can press it all the time. It never stops being pressable. It's always a button you can press. This button right here, this is a dodge. You can only dodge, like your dodge has a cooldown to prevent you from just spamming dodge all day long. You can do 2 consecutive dodges, and then your dodge meter is at 0. And you have to wait until it like fills up. You can do a dodge when it's at 50%. This means that the maximum number of dodges you can do would be like going down to 50 and going down to 0. So you can only dodge twice in a row. You can't just dodge all day long. This is going to be a thing with a cooldown. And then there's going to be, it's probably going to be 2 bars. You could go someplace else, don't worry about it. When 1 bar... No, I take it back. Oh wait, no, that's the health bar. Okay, don't worry. That'll just be the health bar, okay. There's going to be something that requires, like, I don't know. Let's just say the character has something called SP, okay? Special points. If their special point meter fills up to, like, the requirement here, then they can use this attack, which is a special attack. It'll use up some of their SP. Then, like, their SP meter will go down. And if your SP meter is, like, above 100, then you can use this move, which is, like, this really big, flashy ultimate finisher, where she spawns 10 shadow clones of herself, and they all zip around the screen, slashing the enemies to ribbons. This button you can just mash all day long. This button you can only press twice in succession before you've run out. This button you only press when you've got at least 15 meter. That number can change. This button you can only press when you have 100 meter. And you gain your meter by attacking fools. Smacking enemy skulls in. Enemy health. The health bar of the currently targeted enemy will be at the top of the screen. And then your health bar's down there. And I think that's kind of all it needs. Doesn't really need anything other than that. Oh yeah. There should be a directional path. It's starting to look like Dark Souls if I lay it out like this. It's gonna end up being Dark Souls. The directional pad, up, down, left, right. I guess on keyboard it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm thinking you're gonna have a little sidekick character. I want it to be a floating robot, but if it's a floating robot, then it's a fucking ripoff of Nier. So I'm struggling, trying to come up with something that's not a floating robot, but it's probably gonna be a floating robot. Because it's probably gonna be sci-fi. Did you notice the lightsaber? It's gonna be sci-fi. So this is different things that your floating robot can do. Probably heal. You don't heal yourself, your robot heals you. Shoot a massive fuck-off laser beam at the enemies. It's starting to get laggy. I don't know. The robot, you'll probably be able to swap out different things. Like, there'll be different things your robots can do. You can change your robot's abilities. Swap those out. That's kind of what I'm planning. And again, most of this doesn't have to do with, like, weaving a super complex web. It's just player pressed button. Floating robot companion fired laser beam. Like, it'll probably be harder to nail down the visuals of the laser beam to make it appear the way it appears in my head than to actually program it. That'll be the easy part. Did I change the things yet? Anyway, I was just rambling for so long I forgot what I was doing here. Trying to make these things go by 1.5 times faster. Oh yeah. So what I was saying was, it's probably not necessary that there's two... Right now there's two attack buttons. Right now there's light. Oh, it didn't save. Let me fix that real quick. So right now there's light. And then there's heavy. I noticed that it's coming out so quickly. It might be too fast, actually. Also, she should be, if the player, yeah, this is something that I'm really particular about when I play a hack and slash game. If the player is inputting motion, like movement, then an attack animation should end early. Like, you shouldn't have to wait. I worry that, like, is that enough? Nah, I would need to put in an enemy to really know for sure. Now that third attack moves so quickly. You know what? What if I slow down? What if the third attack just remains at its current length? Maybe it doesn't need to speed up. Speeding it up is dumb because it was already a fast move to begin with. It was already like the shortest of all these attacks, wasn't it? It's 30. Oh, wow. Yeah, it would be half a second. Well, the others are close to 30, but it is still the shortest one. If I don't slow it down, it's now the longest attack animation. Shing, 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 shung. Shing, 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 shung. See, something like that, where the attack that, boom, it goes out really far, sends like whirling blades of death off in the distance. That would be a special attack. But really, there would just be one button that you mash to do a long combo. I think maybe it would be like a 5-hit combo at the beginning of the game. And the longer you play the game, like you get to upgrade your character so their basic combo is longer than 5 hits. I love the sparks. Sparks that come off the sword really sell it. That's also what helps it not be a complete ripoff of a lightsaber. Because a lightsaber doesn't have those sparks. Therefore, I'm not ripping off Star Wars. See, it's easy. It looks kind of like a blowtorch, really. It's going to need a different sound effect than a lightsaber to distance itself as much as possible. In the end, maybe it'll have to just be a glowing blade rather than a beam of energy. I don't know if Disney actually... I mean, there's a fucking lightsaber in Smash Brothers. They call it a beam sword. And then No More Heroes has the beam katana. But it is like a fluorescent light bulb that's just glowing really, really hot. Okay, so I accomplished one thing I wanted to do, which is speeding up an attack animation. Glad I didn't have to do that within script. That would have been annoying. I might have to do it eventually. Like, there might be a power-up you get that slows down the enemy's attack speeds. And once it makes the enemies move in slow motion or something. So if the enemies are moving in slow motion, then I am going to have to learn how to change in code the speed of enemy movement. Like set it to 0.5, then set it back to 1. The next thing to add to the game would be enemies to smack. One thing I would really like to add would be sound effects, but I don't know where to get the sound effects I need. Origin behind the lightsaber in-game? Oh, you mean the lore of it. Well, I had this idea. Okay. How do I... This is a long one, okay? This is an extremely long one. This is story time now. So there's certain games I've always been fascinated by. I'm going to say the titles of these games, and you're going to say, what the fuck? Those games have nothing in common. What the hell are you talking about? But just listen. Earthbound, Undertale, Lisa. You might think, oh, the only things they have in common is they're like top-down sprite-based games, right? No. There's something in particular about these games that captivates me. It's the fact that you go from area to area and you never know what you're going to see next because there's almost no logic dictating that any area has to be any one specific thing. Like in Undertale, like, you know, one moment you're in this snowy town, and then the next moment you're just in this, like, place with a bridge, and there's darkness, and someone's chucking spears at you. It's like, okay, there was no transition between... Now we're leaving winter. Why is there even snow inside of a mountain? It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't have to. In Lisa, it's like... It's this wasteland, because the apocalypse has happened. Now everyone just... There's very few people left alive. The world is a desert. When you go into somebody's house, you don't know what the fuck kind of person they are or what you're going to see. You go into one guy's house, and he's got like a disco ball on the ceiling, and he's just like grooving to music. And then you exit the house, and you re-enter, and the disco ball is still going, the music is still going, but now he's hanging from the ceiling because he decided to commit suicide in the time between you leaving his house and you coming back in. Just random weird-ass shit like that. In Earthbound, there's like a level called Moon. What is it? Did the town have Moon in the name? Was it Foreside? No, it wasn't Foreside. was Moon something, where just that entire town is just like black with neon colors, and the rest of the game doesn't look like that. There's just some games where it's like either they have a premise that allows them to have any type of environment, or the creator just doesn't give a fuck and puts in whatever the fuck he wants, and it doesn't matter if there's no logical connection between areas. Just one area is whatever, the next area is whatever. So now I'm going to bring up something that you're going to say, what the hell are you talking about, YandereDev? But this is actually related. There's a film called Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is a really fucking cool movie. In the movie, it's like after the apocalypse has taken place, humanity is extinct. There's no humans left, except for some people on a train. And the train has some kind of perpetual motion engine, which means it never stops. The train continuously goes forever. The train cannot stop. It's incapable of stopping. So there's the only surviving people on Earth live in a train, and the train can't stop, and the world is a fucking wasteland outside of the train. So it's just some people living in, the last refuge on Earth. And the train is made up of a bunch of cars, right? So let me give you the best camera angle in the entire fucking world. Maybe I won't. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So like every train, it's made up of cars. So there's one car, right? And that's like where they farm their food. And there's another car, and that's like a classroom for educating children. And there's another car, and that's like where they bathe. There's another place, and that's like a dance club. There's another car, and that's like a fancy museum. There's another car, and like that's where they maintain the engine. And there's another car, and that's where the leader lives. And no, just imagine this is the front. And then at the back, that's where the poor people live. And the poor people live in progressively shittier conditions. And the poor people are pissed at the rich people for living like so well. And they fucking hate being in the back. And they lead this revolution to go to the front and like eventually get to the head guy. You should watch Snowpiercer. It's so fucking good. So this is a setting where as you move from room to room, you wind up in a drastically different area. So it's like, yeah, you're in a fancy restaurant right now, but you just go to the next car and now you're in a classroom. Now you're in a bathhouse. Now you're in a fucking aquarium. Now you're in it's whatever they put there. So it's like, I'm going to repeat it. It's a premise where you walk through a door and you're in a completely different place than where you just were. And the premise allows for it. The entire premise is built to support this. So Earthbound, well, not really Earthbound, Undertale, Lisa, they kind of have these types of premises where there's an environment that's a bunch of different areas connected to each other. So when you leave one area and you go to the next area, you have no fucking clue what to expect. And you're just waiting for the game's creator to just fucking blow your mind with some crazy shit. And each time the rug is pulled out from under your feet and you're like, holy shit, I didn't expect that. Like the guy with the disco ball in his house who kills himself. So I've been thinking, how in the world can I make a premise like that? I want to have a premise like that. I want to make a game in that type of setting. So, like, what premise, like, how do you have a giant structure, like one massive building with a bunch of interconnected rooms, and you're going from room to room? Why would that building exist? Why does this room exist? Why does this hallway connect here? Why does this hallway connect here? What's in that room? Why does that room exist? Like, who built this and why did they build it? And how can I have a setting that's a bunch of connected rooms and there's not necessarily limitations to what can be in each room? Like, each room can be anything, and it can be a random configuration every time you play. What premise allows for that? I thought about it really long and hard, and I remembered a manga called Blame. Blame, I could, oh, fucking get ready. If you thought I talked about Snowpiercer for a long time, I could talk about Blame easily for 10 times as long. Blame is a manga. Holy shit, where do you even begin with this fucking massive... Oh, it's actually pronounced Blam, but I will continuously fuck up and call it Blame on accident. Whoops, sorry. So in the setting, I'll just tell you the one thing that's relevant. There were these robots who were in charge of building a structure, but something went wrong, and humans lost control of the robots. And the robots just started building a bigger and bigger structure. And they figured out how to convert the dark matter of space into raw material. So they basically had unlimited material to build with. So they built this structure that's the size of the solar system. In this structure, there are rooms with the diameter of Jupiter, and it takes literal years to cross from one side of the room to the other. This manga is... Oh, dear God. I could just fucking go on and on for a long-ass time. But anyway, these robots... The humans lost control of the robots, and the robots... Here's the thing. The robots became senile. You don't think of that as something that a robot can do. You think a robot, oh, it's a fucking computer. How does a computer go senile? What the fuck are you talking about? Nope. In Blame, the robots get so old, they become like senile, old, elderly dumbasses who don't know what they're doing anymore. And so they just started building these weird, chaotic structures that don't even make sense, like doors that lead to nowhere, stairways that go nowhere, sideways stairways on the wall. It's like that MC Escher drawing of the stairways on like the floors, the ceilings, and the walls, or like that one place in Harry Potter where the stairways are spinning in circles. It's just fucking crazy. So, and it's that, but the size of the solar system. From the sun to Pluto's orbit, I think beyond Pluto's orbit. Pluto was still a planet when this story was written. And it's fucking massive. And the story is about a dude who's looking for someone in this structure. And it takes him tens of thousands of years because of how fucking big it is. And he walks everywhere. This guy is walking across, like, the diameter of Jupiter to just get from one spot to another to see if he can find something he's looking for there. The story takes place on such a massive scale, over such an incredible span of time. I've never seen any other story like it. Never seen any other story on a scale that grand, where you have to measure things by units of Jupiter and measure things in tens of thousands of years. You flip a page, and some characters who might have been alive in the previous chapter are now dead of old age, simply by how long it takes for the main character to get from point A to point fucking B. God, I could talk about Blame for about 1,000,000,000 billion trillion years. But the point is, it's got this brilliant idea that some robots go crazy and start building a weird structure with no logic. That's the perfect fucking setting for something like Earthbound, Lisa, Undertale, Snowpiercer, where you walk through a door and you don't know what the fuck you're going to see on the other side. It could be anything. And there's kind of a justification in the premise for why that door leads to some crazy place. It leads some crazy place because the fucking robots went crazy when they were building it. So I was thinking of this being a sci-fi setting, and I don't want to rip off Blame. I really don't. I really, really don't want to just directly steal from Blame. I don't want to just be like, oh, your idea? My idea. My idea now. My idea now. No. So I've tried to change it as much as possible. Part of me doesn't want to tell you what it is. Part of me wants to keep it a secret. But if you must know what this weapon is, why it exists, it was used for mining. It was used for mining things. That was its original purpose, and now it's been converted to a weapon. There. If you ask a question, be prepared for the answer to be 30 minutes long, and then for me to not even give you the answer. I know. I watched the Blame movie. The Blame movie was weird. Okay, now I'm just going to review the Blame movie. All right, so the Blame movie was really fucking weird because, like, the manga focuses on Killy, the main character. His name is Killy. Have you ever thought, like, it's a man whose name is Killy? Oh, he kills people. Oh, he kills a fucking lot of people, dude. I fucking lost track of how many people he killed. So anyway, Killy is our protagonist. But in the movie, made by Netflix, here it fucking comes. Here comes the Netflix adaptation. He acts different, and he talks different, and he does things that are just uncharacteristic of his normal self. And the movie like focuses on these humans who are like a footnote, like barely even relevant for one chapter in the manga. So it was a weird thing. It was a weird choice. I had mixed feelings about the movie. On one hand, it's a movie about one of my most favorite manga of all time. It's PewDiePie's favorite manga. Did you know that? PewDiePie made a video called My Favorite Manga, where he just gushes about Blame, like I just did. It's also pronounced Blam, but I'm going to keep calling it Blame, like an idiot. And most of the environments in Blame are pure, like, they're mostly white. That's why I decided that this place would be mostly black, so that it would not look aesthetically like Blame, because I don't want to rip off Blame. I want to be different. I want to try to distance myself from Blame while taking just one thing. There's a structure, some robots built it. Humans lost control of the robots. That's the one thing. It's the one thing I want to borrow from Blame. I'll change everything else. I'll make sure nothing else is too similar. Just let me have robots that go crazy and build a structure. That's it. It's not going to be the size of Pluto's orbit. It's going to be a few kilometers tall. But it's not Pluto's orbit. Don't worry. And it's going to look different on the inside. It's not going to look like the city from Blame. Don't worry. No, this is the same engine I use for Yandere Simulator. I actually tried to make this look pretty. Like, this is the engine that Yandere Simulator runs on. Yandere Simulator's graphics could look like this. I would just need to... It's primarily the post-processing effects I'm using. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Now it looks like Yandere Sim. Oh, now the sword doesn't look so cool. Now you see what it really is. You see its true form. It's not cool at all. Sword looks so fucking cool. So happy with the sword. There's something, whenever there's an event like E3 or the Game Awards or Sony doing a big announcement, Nintendo doing a big announcement, I look at the graphics of those games. I didn't mean to look at her literal pussy. Whenever there's a big story, there's a big event in the gaming industry and a bunch of new products are revealed, I look at the graphics and I'm like, damn, Yandere Sim looks 10 years behind. And I feel bad. I want to upgrade Yandere Sim's graphics. So I probably will before I put a price tag on it. I want it to like be comparable to other things on the market before I start charging money for it. So eventually Yandere Simulator's graphics will get better, but it will still be an anime-styled game. But just comparable to other recent anime-styled games. Things I want to see at the Game Awards. What even is there to look forward to? I don't even know what to look forward to, dude. It's just a barren wasteland right now. So, I guess I can start. If I don't know if you want, I can. You can watch me as I try to put something in the game. I need to go to the Unity Asset Store and download something that I bought. Yeah. That's the next thing, really, is putting in enemies. I mean, I already made the beat 'em up in Yandere Simulator. So I have the ability to make a scene where there's guys walking around and they walk at you and you smack them around. I've done that. So I'm capable of it. It's within my ability. Just that programming, it's going to be kind of a pain. I don't know if I'll be able to finish that by the time that stream ends today, but let's take a... Oh, I did not actually download it. Derp. Did I? What was it named? Yeah, it's already in. Never mind. It's already in. I'm an actual idiot. Sorry, I have to keep on sending you back to this thing. Where am I supposed to find it? I'm gonna do a search. There it is. Why is it there? Did I make any changes? I did make changes. I changed the timing. Okay. Because it's a sci-fi setting. Okay. The main character is a sexy woman, but I kind of want the enemies to be women too, but like more horrific, not as sexy. So I found this character. This was only like $5. I think the artist undervalues their work if they set it at $5. I think it used to be more expensive. I think it used to be like $50, and then the price went down to $5. And I'm like, why did you change all your prices to be like a tenth of what they were before? It's not a sale. They just made everything way less expensive. I think maybe they had some sort of moment where they're like, damn, nobody's buying my shit. I feel terrible. What if I make it $5? Would they buy it then? I don't know what was going through their mind. But anyway, this looks kind of... Okay, this is some Five Nights at Freddy's shit right here. Where it's like an animatronic. You see what they look like under the face. This is an animatronic with the face missing. So it's like that woman with the sexy ass that I was running around as for like an hour straight. She's an android. Yes, I know, an android with white hair wearing black clothes. I know. I'm getting too dangerously close to something else. But don't worry, I'll make sure. I know. She has white hair. And she wears black clothing, and she has a really sexy big ass. Okay? I know it's a bit similar, but just hold your horses. Hold up. There's no blindfold. There's that. There's no blindfold. That would have been a big deal. That would have been a real fucking big deal. But there's no blindfold. Well, you could probably say it's too similar to A2 then. Don't worry, I plan to differentiate it in a lot of ways. It's just... I love the aesthetic of white hair and all black clothing. It's just too fucking cool. Maybe I'll change it. I do actually have this idea for how it's justified, but I don't want it to say too much about the premise. Anyway. Yeah, so this is what that girl looks like underneath. She's a weird, creepy Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic too. But like her enemies are going to be like robot women whose bodies are falling apart. Well, the first ones, that is. her first opponents, like in the training area, will be like this. Then the later opponents will not look like they are falling apart. Can I get rid of the... Can I just... Do you mind? Where is it located? Oh, it's just in a thing called characters. So let me go back. Okay, that's what they're... Whoa. Hey there, howdy. There we go. All right, let me put in... I can just delete these guys at this point. You don't need to exist anymore. You don't need to exist. Do not even exist. Okay. I'll get you. Whoa. Hey there. Hi, you're... Cool. Now you want... Who has the bigger ass? Now, her ass is even bigger than 2B's. Look. Bam. Wide. Oh, she wide. Okay, whoop. Oh, she's small. She went from tall to small. It's a reasonable size. Reasonable. You're still tiny. Wait, who's tiny? Wait, is one of these characters like a ridiculous scale compared to the other? Is that what the issue is? Because my protagonist is at a scale of 1. I'm going to put in a 1 by... Okay, that's that cube. This is how big... Like, she is Yandere-chan sized. I have placed a cube next to Yandere-chan before. This is 1 meter on every side. If I look at this, she's like... she's a little bit under 2 meters. So yeah, this is a normal human. Meanwhile, you got this little shoddy. Brings a whole new meaning to the term shorty. Okay, how big? You're just gonna be the same size. Maybe this is why he had to price his stuff at $5. He couldn't get scale right. Make you a bit taller. I'm just gonna make their chins line up. Look, damn, look at that butt envy. You've seen boob envy, but have you seen butt envy? Definitely suffering from the butt envy right now. Ooh, too bad. I pity you. Oh, I know. Put her in the distance. I said in the distance there. Now I can better... Yeah, what if their noses were at the same height? That would be... Like, yeah, I can understand. Nose. Nose just fits right in. Slot it right in. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the... I don't know. Maybe eyes. We just make sure the eyes line up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to just spend all day doing that, so I'll just leave it there for now. Okay. Now get rid of everything that makes you you. Just stop being a unique being. Cut that out. Just be a faceless robot. There you go. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There we are. Now that looks horrific. That looks like something you do not want to encounter. And you'd be like, no. Get away from me. Now that's something you can smack with your energy sword. Okay. Put you a certain distance away. I'm going to need some animations for her, and I know what kind of character I want her to move like. I believe. Okay, yeah, I should just give me a second. I'm gonna not tell you what I'm typing in, so that it'll come as a surprise, and you'll be like, "Oh, oh." It's gonna be you. It's gonna be the sound you're gonna make. You're gonna go, "Oh," when you see what I've been cooking up. Let's wait 1 minute. I'm importing it now. It's importing. You have to wait for it. You must be patient. I'll pat you on the head for being such a good, patient child. That was me patting you on the head. It sounded more like a smack. It was punishing you. Punishment. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Okay. Let me just mark all of these as... I think they're marked correctly. Are they? I don't know. Yeah, here's the annoying part. I'm gonna have to create an animation controller for this new character. So, create animation controller. And name it enemy controller. If I just name it enemy, I'm going to be confused. Like, I don't know, what's the hell is it? Actually, if I check in... Oh, how convenient. There's already one that exists. I think they didn't make a demo scene. Oh, they made a robot. In case I wanted to see a robot. Just in case you like robots, here's a robot. Okay, so here's... Oh, interesting. They actually... Okay, so this is what I plan to avoid. Like, first the character will be in an idle state, and from idle they can either walk, attack, or take damage. And walk can go into attack, walk can go into take damage, walk can go back into idle, attacking can go into take damage can go into idle. I'm not going to do any of this. I'm just going to control it with code. I'm going to do it the way I know how. Oh yeah, in any state can go into death. No. I'm going to script it. I'm going to script it myself. Actually, because the idle state was... Yeah, there she is. Oh. That. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, that is a zombie animation. But you play it on some kind of horrific monstrosity like this, and it looks like a glitchy robot. Like a robot that's malfunctioning and glitching out, which is thematically appropriate. So now it has to be possible to actually interact. Right now, if I swing my weapon, nothing's going to happen. In fact, the camera keeps clipping into it. I have to put it on a different layer to avoid that. Tell the camera to avoid that layer. Will probably work. God, her butt is just so fucking sexy. See, if I really did want to sexualize the characters of Yandere Simulator, I would have them looking like this. The way they look is not sexy at all. It's not even sexual in the slightest. This is sexual. Now that's sexy. Where was I? Eat it like groceries. Anyway. So... yeah, if the animation played on it, then things might be work. I want to put sparks coming off. Little sparks fly off of it every so often, just to emphasize the fact that it's glitching out and malfunctioning and broken. Okay. Enemy script. Let's see. Hope you're enjoying your birthday, dolphin. The enemy must be aware of the player's existence. There's going to be multiple states here. This enemy will have states such as no, it's, well, yeah, I guess. Maybe not. Oh, it's going to have to get close enough. Well, I suppose that they should all be consistent. Will either be, well, I could just, I like that better. It's more clean. Feels more clean. Hit react. That is reacting to being struck. I've been using the term hit react for like a long time whenever I prototype a game. So, I mean, you could call it take damage, but I'm going to call it hit react. So, now we're going to look at me. Look what I did. I did the thing. I did the thing everybody cares so much about. Let's I'm actually just going to copy paste this entire thing. Okay, so this is the code that will run when it's idling. It's just standing there. Code if it's walking towards the player. And we'll run this code. If it's no point in copy pasting that. It's attacking. No, you can't see it. Scroll off screen. I need to adjust the zoom in. Okay. Oh yeah, it needs to have a controller. Character controller. It's going to move at a specific speed, so it's a float. Walk speed. Make it 1. It's an arbitrary number. It'll change. It will move at a speed of walk speed. I guess if it's aware of the player, really what I'm thinking of is no, when the player enters a room, they'll always know where the player is. Maybe idle will never be used. Seek. Could call it seek because they're seeking the player. Anyway. These things are kind of broken, so they're going to turn very slowly. Second. There is a block. Huh. One second. There's a block of code I use in YandereSim so often. I've forgotten how to write it because I always just copy paste it whenever I need it. 1 second. I think this should work. This is usually how it works. So, to get the direction, you subtract player's position from your position, and you can't see that. This is, I need to not zoom it in so far. I mean, if I do this, you can't see any of this, can you? This is probably not a good viewing experience. This is how I would really prefer to work, but I want to try to make it nice for you. So we're going to have a I keep forgetting you can't see it. We're going to have something called target rotation. Yeah. We're going to have something called target rotation. And it's going to be looking... Wait, no. I think that target rotation needs to start out as a number and then slowly turns toward that number. So then it needs to be a variable that persists from frame to frame. Not something that's just spontaneously brought into existence. Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't. Public state called current state. Our current state is walk, then, well, don't move until you've finished turning towards the player. Your rotation should rotate from your current rotation to the target rotation. Well, you can't really see all of it. Yeah. I would really need to zoom. I keep saying it every 5 seconds, but I'm not doing anything. That's a little bit better. Is that so small it's not even worth showing, or is that pretty okay? I mean, what is this threatening message? Actually, I haven't checked my donations at all. 1 second. Thank you, iZephyr, for resubscribing for 22 months. Are you swinging your arms at me? Are you attacking me? You monster. So she's going to slowly move towards the player. Wait. What speed does she rotate at? I'm going to need a rotate speed. But let me just see how fast... Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to play a specific animation. Right, she's going to need an animator. Okay. Public animator called my animator. Going to need the name of her idle animation, which is idle anim. She will fade to that animation at a speed within a tenth of a second. She's walking, crossfade to walk anim. So that needs to exist. Happy you enjoyed 1980s mode. That's real nice of you to say. That might work. I don't know if that'll work. Currently, there's nothing that makes it switch to the walk state, so I'll just manually click that or something. If player transform position... Oh, yeah, that's right, distance. If vector 3 distance... The distance between the player's position and our current position is less than 5 meters. She's 10 meters away. So then current state is now walk. You are aware of the player and you're now walking towards the player. Yeah, the first enemies can work this way. The first enemies can just kind of... No, they shouldn't be well, You know, I think they should be standing and then kind of aimlessly ambling around and then notice the player and seek out the player, then attack the player. So there's going to be more states, but whatever. For now, this is just how I'll test it. Okay, what is what is the name of your idle animation? Zero dash idle underscore aggressive. Oh, she aggressive. Oh, she very aggressive. I don't know what that was supposed to be a reference to or a parody of. I don't know. Uh, anyway, that's your idle. And your walk chase. Yeah. Okay, just one dash walk underscore chase. I can remember that. There, that's what she does. She stands around being an idiot until she notices the player. Whoops, I didn't assign any variables. Way to go, Sasuga. Sasuga, YandereDev. I like this part. This is one of my favorite parts. Part where I whoa, it's really weird. Woohoo, hey, what are you doing there, buddy? Part where I get to nudge this until it eventually goes where it needs to be. I like this part. It's fun. Yeah, that's about I'll just I mean, I could be really picky about it like, oh, her hips, her large, wide, child-bearing hips. There we go. Now, oh, hey, she's asymmetrical. No, she's not. Never mind. I just made that up in my head. I just made it up. I lied. So irrelevant. No one in the world will care but me. But I want to make it perfect. So that's why Yandere Simulator is taking so long. He's zooming in and making sure that the cylinders are the exact size of the girl's hips. So that's what it is. I've discovered it now, YandereDev. Now she needs to know who the player is. That's the player. Okay. See if this works. Will this work? I don't know. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. You couldn't see what I was doing because it was off screen. Anyway. Oh, she's... Oh. Oh. She's trying. Oh, I know. I think I know what's wrong, but that's probably not it. She's repeatedly entering an animation, so she's just perpetually in the front, the first frame of it, I think. I don't know. I'm over here. She's not able to correctly calculate target. I mean, if I move around her, then I see the numbers on the right changing. She's not moving towards me. She's not doing the animation and she's not moving towards me. Oh, that's right. All of these should just exist. They should just float on their own. They should just... I hate to delete it. Instead of deleting this, I'll create my own. Okay. I can name it idle, but it's not going to be the name of the animation, I believe. At least I hope it works that way. Create another state. Name that. Walk. Go. I feel like I just gave a cookie to a child or something. There you go. There you go, buddy. There you go. There you go, champ. Now you're not even performing the animation. You're just sliding. You're not even turning either. You just there. Whoop. You're turning slightly. Wait, are you turning at a really, really, really slow speed? I can't tell. She might be turning at a really slow speed. Turn speed times blah, blah, blah. Public float turn speed. I'm going to make it some massive, absurdly large number. See if she just automatically snaps to facing my direct. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, now she's facing me. Like, I come for you. She coming for that ass. Oh, she coming for that ass. But if there's a wall in the way, she can't. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is exactly that problem I ran into last night where the Pokemon got stuck on a wall. Anyway. Yeah, she's coming. I think that what? Oh, she wants to kiss. I want her to turn a bit more slowly than that. Like, she's kind of busted up and broken and can't really turn fast, so... Yeah, like that, but she should be animating. Could you animate? Could you... I know this is a lot to ask. I know I'm asking a big favor here. You actually perform an animation. I know, I'm so greedy asking so much of you. Expand, please. When I grab you and pull you, I'm supposed to come where I want you to go. What type is it? It's a humanoid, yeah. Exactly the type as the other one. Yes, but actually no. Yeah, it recognizes that it's supposed to be a loop. What am I doing wrong? This is exactly how I make animations play on the other script. She was turning and she was moving. Did I misspell the name of the walk animation? Copy paste it just to make sure I didn't fuck it up. No, I got it right. Is it the fact that it plays once? No. No, oh, it should only play on one frame and then never. Oh, right. All right. It should only be told to play on one frame and then not be told to play repeatedly. So I'll need to create a function like check if animation is currently playing. If not, play animation. Hey, girl. You are still not doing the thing you're supposed to do. Kiss. Check something again. Yeah, walk. Yep. How did I get it? How did I get it wrong? How did I fuck it up? Here's the question. Can she ever perform that animation? Like, she should... If I just command her to play the animation from the beginning, will it work? No. She's not doing it. Oh! I never... Wait, no? I'm using the new controller that I created. This is the controller I created, where there's nothing in it but some states. Let me go look at the other character's controller. See, none of these are connected to one another. They exist. They float freely in space. What did I do wrong? This is why I don't really want to stream this type of thing, because I feel really stupid if I'm just staring at something, blinking, going, huh? Why didn't it work? Why doesn't it work, George? Why doesn't it work? So I can't make her perform the animation, even if it's like the only line of code that she's being instructed to do. How did I fuck up? How did I fuck up? This is why I hate the new animator. I could get this working in 2 seconds if this was the old animator. Let me check again how I did it on the other. Yeah, no, this is how I did it on the other. State movement. Yeah, I can just call this on every. Wait. I really have to do this? This is a function I made to command a character to start performing an animation. Let me see if that will make it work. Not doing it. Sorry, Flute Mom. What makes the new animator so great? It's the fact that you're supposed to be able to have like multiple animations play. Well, you could do that with the old one. It's some people prefer. Some people prefer having a graphical layout like this and being able to say, go from this state to this state, and when it finishes, go here. Then, depending on certain factors, go either here or here, and have a big, grid like a spider web of what states should go into what. Some people prefer to do it graphically. I don't. I prefer to just have a line of text that says play animation, An animation should just play then. The thing is, with the new system, any animation can play on any character, no matter what their skeleton is. Yandere Simulator, for example, can't do that. Your hair smells nice. It's probably the controller that I created. Let me look again at the difference between these two controllers, I guess. So all of this works perfectly. This works without a problem. Where I can just call an animation and it just plays. It just goes. And I'm looking at, you can't see it because it's off the screen, but I'm looking over here at these parameters and I'm like, okay, what parameters are different between this one and this one? They're actually the same. Or are they? Yeah. So it should just be able to just crossfade into that animation, shouldn't it? Why would it remain if I'm I feel like I have to be calling the wrong object or something. I mean, it has one animation playing on it, so it's not like some sort of problem of it's incapable of playing animations. It's as if it just completely ignores what it's being told to do. Wait, let me check something real quick. Enemy, agonist, enemy, no. Thought maybe one of these settings on the right had been fucked with. I just say entry, idle. Maybe this one is like this thing is overriding any state I tell it to play. What about this one? Feed parameter 0 1 1. Feed parameter 0. I'm real confused. I know it does the idle, it doesn't do the walk. I'm very confused as to why it just refuses to play the animation. Could there be an error popping up at the bottom of the screen that I'm just ignoring? Window, general, console. Nope, the console is not saying anything. Oops. I'm gonna put in some code that says we've been instructed to play the animation name. Animation. I might know what the problem is. I think I might actually know what I did wrong. I'm gonna feel really stupid if that's what it was. I'm gonna feel really stupid if that's what it was. I'm gonna feel it's. I think I know what I did. I think I know what I did, and I think I feel really stupid. Yeah, it correctly. Okay, I think I might know what I did wrong. I'm gonna feel really fucking stupid if this is what it was. Idle walk. This might be. This might be what it was. This might be it. Yeah, that was it. Now she's walking. Oh, she walking. He's like, hey, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Need to make her walk slower than that. She's walk speed needs to be adjusted. So it's me not being familiar with how this new animation system works. I thought I had to type the name of the animation itself. Like, let me zoom in. Let me zoom the hell into this. Massive. Oh god, get out of here. Okay, so I created a state. I called the state walk, and can I bring this out far enough? Please, when I grab you, move. Oh, it's not zoomed into the right part on the screen. You can't see it. Darn it. Oh, if only you could. So the animation itself is called walk chase, and here's the character, and this is the animation that has that name. So I thought, this is the animation I want to play. I want to play 1-walk_chase. So I created a new state. I named it walk, and then I attached the 1-walk_chase. So that's the name of the state is walk. That's important. Remember that. So then on the character on the script, yeah, so on the character, I'm like, yo, your walk animation, it is named, oh, fuck. What did I do? I typed out the full name of the animation when I actually only needed to type the name of the state. I don't need to type the name of the animation, just the state. If there's a walk state, it's named walk, and I just need to refer to it as walk. If it was named Herpa Derpa Fumble Dump, then I would type in Herpa Derpa Fumble Dump right here. It doesn't matter what the animation itself is named. Like this thing right here. That the name of this animation doesn't matter. Just the name of the state. If it's walk, if it's attack, if it's pumpkin fart, doesn't matter. I needed to type in the name of the state. Well, now I get it. Now I get it. Didn't get it before, I got it now. See, that's what I was afraid of, like with streaming development. I was thinking, but what if I make some stupid mistake? This is what I was worried about. You walk too fast. Slow down. With Yandere Simulator, for example, you have to type out the name of the animation. Unless I make it a variable, then I just call the variable. Oh, she can't turn sharply enough to face me. So she just walks in a circle while endlessly trying to face me. That's like if you have to make a turn, but the sharpest turn you can make is 15 degrees. So you just go in a circle forever because you can't ever reach your destination even if it's right next to you. You poor little thing. Here, let me help you out. Let me make you turn at a sharper angle. There you go. Now you can... Oh, you went past me. Sorry. Sorry, try again. Oh, will she make it? Bonk. There. Now you can get to me. Now you're gonna... Oh, you're walking off to the side. You're all weird and drunk. You're all weird and fucked up and drunk. But it works for this character. If it was any other character, I would be like, no, holy shit, it doesn't work. But this character is supposed to be broken and like malfunctioning. So I'm okay with it if they can't ever reach their destination. Drunk robot. I guess I will zoom in too much. Now I'm kind of picturing what the character should actually be doing. Wander. I'm going to make this state called wandering. State is wander. If transform, whoops. If your distance, well, I mean, I could do it either way. Whoops, out of there. Wander target. Okay, I'm going to create a new variable. Can you see if I code, can you see the code at this distance, or do I need to zoom it in further? We create a new vector3 called YandereDev. So a vector3 is a position in 3D space. How about on the start frame, YandereDev is my current position in 3D space plus a random amount of distance to my left, a random amount of distance to my right, no distance vertically, a random distance forward, and a random distance back. So somewhere 5 meters to the right, the left, behind, or back to me. That's this new target. Is this? Oh, I just need to type range. There. Just pick some random place within 5 meters of yourself. Now, if the distance between you and the target you're wandering towards is greater than like 0.1, then you're going to want to walk to it. You're going to do your walking animation. I really need to... I should put all this into a function. Walk towards target. Wait. Turn and walk to. And then I'm going to transform. I'm going to create a void. I'm going to call it turn and walk to, and it's going to take a transform. I'm going to call target. So look in the direction of the target and then walk towards it. Okay, and that was easy. So if you are a certain distance away from your wander target, turn and walk to wander target. Else, if you're actually standing at the target, what have I done wrong? What did I do wrong? Is something wrong? Oh, the red just appears if I wait a minute. Oh, it needs a vector3, doesn't it? Vector3 target. Okay. There. Okay. Okay. Should work. That works. Okay. If the distance between you and your destination is greater than 0.1, start walking, And turn to your target. Well, I don't know. Turn to your target and then start walking. It makes no difference. It happens on the same frame. If you've reached your destination, just stand there. Then wander timer. Start incrementing a timer called wander timer. Let's have that be a number that starts out at 0. If wander timer is greater than 1, so you've been 5. You've been standing there for 5 seconds. Hello? What happened? Oh, I never gave it a I never declared the type it is. Then pick new wander target. The act of picking a new wander target is just locate a place within 5 meters of yourself. Let me see if that works. So now this thing should amble around. Like... Oh, shit, I walked too close to it. The controls are inverted on keyboard. I hate that shit. I don't know why. Now it's just kind of... Oh, it looks aggressive. Oh, it's trying to turn towards its destination, but it sucks ass. There, now it can turn sharper. Now it's walking towards its target. It walked to a target. It stood there. Now it's waiting 5 seconds. Now it picked a new target, and now it's walking to its new target. And then it reached its target. Now it's standing there. Now it's walking around looking for another target. I think it's perpetually walking in circles because it can never reach its target. Yeah, it's perpetually walking in circles. Okay, then I'll give it the ability to turn more sharply then. Oh, it's never reaching its target because I set the distance too large. How about when you're within 1? Within 1 meter from your target, you can just stop. It's okay, I'll let you stop once you reach 1 meter, buddy. Look at it just drunkenly stumbling. Okay. Here we go. Reached its target. Standing there. Now picked another target. Now walking towards that one. You ever gonna reach it? God damn, you absolutely fucking suck. You can't get within 1 meter of your fucking target. Did I not click save? No. Oh, I didn't click save. Okay. There. Okay, reached its target. Standing there. Now ambling around. Reached its next target. Standing there. Now ambling up. It picked a target so close that it only moved for a second before it stopped. Now its motion is a little bit more zombie-like. I guess it's like... stumbles around. It reaches a location. Just kind of stares off into space. It stumbles to its next location. Stares off into space. And wanders around for a little bit. Stares into space. Now it notices me. Now it's coming for me. But I didn't. It can't turn sharply enough to ever reach me, so it's stuck perpetually turning in circles. Oh, God. Okay, I'm changing the name of a state. I don't want this to be called walk. It is now seek. Seek the player. You're now seeking the player specifically. You're not just walking at all. You're walking towards the player. Now, if you're within 1 meter of the player... Let me look at this thing's animations for a second. This really is a this is a free pack of animations. Free! So I cannot complain if there's not a lot. What have I got? I have standing there. I have walking. Specifically in this kind of aggressive way. It would be nice to have a walk like just ambling but staring at the ground. It looks weird if it's like aggressively chasing nothing. And there's attack. Blah. Fuck you. And then take damage. Followed by die. You dead. Oh, no, he can't get back up. You suck. So, yeah, I have an attack animation, so I can at least give this thing an attacking state where it's trying to hurt the player. State is attack. Which I guess is going to be... We're going to perform an attack animation. Oh, I need to give it the attack animation. I know, it looks like that attack would not reach very far, or not be much of a threat to the player. You'd have to be kissing the enemy to be attacked by that. I have a fucking beam katana, but I'm going to put a particle effect out here. So when it attacks, you're going to see like shwe, shwe, shwe. Like you're going to see the you're going to see this like whoosh. This effect will come out. So because you're going to see this huge effect in front of it, effectively the attack's hitbox will be more like that. So it's actually like it's only going to do this attack if it detects that it's less than 1 meter away from you. So it kind of does have to be up in your grill before it uses this attack. Well, right now, that is. I mean, this is also the weakest enemy of the game. Like the thing you train on at the beginning. I need this code in here. If this code is going to be in multiple scripts, it really should not... It should be in some separate... It should be some function I can call from absolutely any script, instead of being something that's copy-pasted from script to script. But, I'll handle that later. If current animation time is greater or equal to current animation length, then we have finished attacking. if we finished attacking, well, hold on. State, current state equals state seek. Let's go back to the seeking state. Either you hit the opponent and you're still in front of them, or the opponent ran away while you were doing the animation. So now is the part where you should start seeking the opponent again. If the animation is currently more than half of the animation length, then I'm going to have to instantiate an attack. Oops. So I guess attack effect. I'll call it attack effect. Yes. Instantiate attack effect. Where do we instantiate it? I know where I want it to be. Like our current position. Oh, I need to zoom in a bit. Our current position plus our forward by 1 meter plus up by 1 meter. And this, the effect's rotation should be equal to our rotation. I'll probably have to change this. This is probably not going to be the best place to perform an attack, spawn the attack. But anyway. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't want it to just continuously spawn that, so if attack spawned, if we have not yet spawned the attack, spawn it, and then make sure to log the fact that we spawned or attacked. And when we're done attacking, set that back to false. It could also be set to false if it's been hit by the enemy. Hit by the player has attacked it. I'll mess with that later. Okay. This might work. Maybe? Maybe this will work. Oh, where did it go? Oh, wait. How long was it hidden for? Was that just 1 second ago, or was that for a long-ass time? Protagonist. Sword slash. Yeah, I'll just make it a sword slash for now. Okay, so it's wandering around. It doesn't know I'm here. I walked within 5 meters. Now I've walked within 5 meters. Now it knows to come to me. Now it's seeking me. It's going to come up close to me. Oh, it did the wrong animation? I never gave it an attack animation. I never said, hey, this is what your attack animation is, buddy. Create that state. I will name it attack. It's that one. There, now you know the name of your own attack animation. Now you should be able to do something. Hit me! It's playing the wrong animation. Also, I don't like that attack effect. I'll swap that out for something else and hope that I like it better. Let me give you the right attack animation. How about that, buddy? Yeah, do the right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, attack me. Do it. Bleh. Oh, you just went back to walking. Hello? Why did you do that? Blah. The attack is too big for the first enemy, but... Blah. When it's seeking... Okay, when it goes back to seeking, it should immediately notice that it's less than 1 meter away from me. Okay, I guess I have to... I guess if I do that, it should just stand there and perpetually attack forever. It should never stop attacking. If I'm not... Do it. Attack. Attack. No. It's moving itself around slightly when it attacks, instead of staying in one place. Like its attack animation makes it move forward. I can stop that. I will say your center... No. Your transform position should be locked. Do not move around based on your center of mass. Okay, now attack me and then continue attacking and don't be stupid about it. Oh. So as part of its attack animation, it stumbles forward. So its attack animation does not end in the exact same spot as it finished in. What if I force you to... Can I force you? I can force it to wind up in the same pose. Are you gonna do something there, buddy? You keep rotating, man. Okay, I'm gonna say your body orientation is baked into your animation pose. So you have to do the same rotation every single time. We see its feet sliding around, but this is proper video game enemy behavior. We shouldn't see the enemy. Well, I don't know. Now I'm beginning to think maybe I should let it rotate and move as part of its animation. Because otherwise, we see the feet slide around and it just looks bad. Just allow it to actually... Allow it to slide, like, you know, to move around as part of its animation. But you're not continuously spawning a hitbox. What's up with that? What's up with that? Also, you should be kind of turning to face me when you do an attack. Now you're doing it. Kind of mesmerizing. But it seriously wasn't doing that a second ago. So, okay. You're walking towards me. You walk in, you do the attack. You do it again. No, the effect doesn't come out the second time. What is happening there? It's like it's incorrectly. It can't correctly identify its current. Um, oof. Hmm. Definitely weird. It prob I mean, it's almost certain it has to do with the way that Unity's animator works. Where if you're crossfading between two animations, it's difficult for the thing to print out what animation it's supposed to be doing. That's a better color. Shit. It did it once and then stopped. It's purple colored, so it should have a purple attack effect. It is still too big. I need to shrink that by about half current size. Blah. Blah. But it's not, it doesn't do the... If it has to walk, then it resets. But if it doesn't have to walk, then it doesn't reset. See, what is up with that? Oh, wait a minute. Is it because it's got a looping... Wait. Is it because the animation's... Okay, no. I guess there's a difference between like if it has to. Okay, I'm gonna do this. This might fix the problem. It might not. I'm not sure. I've told it that it's always gonna reset its animation to something else. Blah. Blah. Okay, there. Now it's always gonna do that. Okay. I really need to shrink the size of that. That is fucking huge. New attack effect equals blah blah. Oh. It's past, the stream's been up for 3 hours, so now it's pretty much time to stop. I didn't get to let you see the enemy actually getting hit. But, you got to see the enemy doing an attack. Let me see if I can shrink the size of that attack. Ah, there we go. That's much more reasonable. Blah. 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 Not trying to bitch slap me. Blah, I slap you in the face. Bitch slap. Blah. Need to make that a little bit higher then. It should be at least elbow height. Come on, buddy. You can do it. A little bit higher, and you can do it. There we go. Ah, that's kind of nice. Rah. 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 But how about like that? How about breast height? Can you smack me in the breasts? Aim, spawn that attack where my there you go. Smack those titties. You're jealous of those titties. Slap those titties like they owe you money. All right. So now I've got an enemy, and it wants to kill me, and it comes for me, and it smacks me in the titties. Okay, yeah. That's a nice little start. Starting to take on my my mental image of what it's supposed to be like. I'm not sure about that. That run animation's a little bit weird, but whatever. It's what I got. It's what I have to use. What I got. She's sexy. I like her. One thing I could do is if I run a certain distance away from it, then it has to acknowledge that I've left, and then it goes back to its wandering state. But in the game, I'm imagining, as soon as an enemy knows you're present, you're going to have to kill it before you can proceed. Blah. Well, that's pretty much it for now. Would you be interested in seeing me continue to develop this game? Like every time I stream, I add another feature. Like tomorrow's feature would be when it attacks you, like when it attacks you, you react to the damage. You react to that, you take damage. Or when you attack it, it reacts and takes damage. That would be what tomorrow would be about. Yeah, you like this? Yeah, people don't seem to give 1 fucks, 2 fucks, red flux, blue flux. I said flux instead of fucks. Trying to give me a second. Red fish, blue fish. I hope you guys actually know what I'm referring to when I say that. It's a book. The book is titled 1 Fish, 2 Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. It is by Dr. Seuss, and it is, I think, recommended for children ages 3 and up, perhaps. A nice bedtime story. Anyway, sometimes you're gonna... You'll hear me say, I do not give 1 fuck, 2 fucks, red fucks, blue fucks. Yeah, so that's the end of the stream for today. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you liked watching me dick around in Unity. I've spent a lot of time thinking up the lore for that game, but I don't want to tell you. I'm fine with showing like every aspect of development except the story bits. I don't think I would stream myself putting in the story, because if I ever do turn this into a game by working on it little by little, once a week, over a long period, if it's eventually finished, I want you, when I release it, it's okay if you know everything about the gameplay, but I want the story to be a secret. Like, you only find that out by playing the game. But I've put a lot of thought into it. I'm interested in proceeding. I would proceed. I would do more. Mr. Dev, the deal is off. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope Adolphin had a good birthday. Happy birthday, Adolphin. Can we please get a happy birthday in the chat for Adolphin? She's not Adolf Hitler. She is a singular dolphin who escaped from SeaWorld and watched my stream tonight. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. Hope you had a good time. Happy birthday, Adolphin. Hope I see you guys for the next stream.